No, sir.
What?
You are in custody right now. If you leave the courtroom, it's a felony escape.
That's a felony to put me in custody because you have no authority or jurisdiction or standing.
This is one of the most intense court hearings I've seen in a long time. The defendant, a self-identified sovereign citizen, refused to turn himself in after a warrant was issued, and his courtroom behavior takes a strange turn. At one point, he even claims he doesn't legally exist. The video quality isn't perfect, but the case is definitely one of the most unusual I've come across. Let me know your thoughts on his arguments in the comments. And if you enjoy watching Courtroom, moments like this, feel free to like and subscribe. Let's jump in.
Okay, so you failed to appear for court multiple times in this case.
Your Honor, just for the record, the named defendant is actual property, a registered trade name. And the case has also been certified as a fraud. I have court-certified documents to prove that. That should be on the record, and that's the reason why it was certified to be a fraud, because the plaintiff is a foreign-owned private corporation, of which I have no contract with, and neither does the registered trade name. And the registered trade name has been used without authorization and permission, and is an act of identity theft. And that's probably one of the reasons also why the state has acquiesced that both cases are a fraud. Let me add one more piece of information. I am a foreign sovereign with respect to the privately owned foreign corporation known as the state of Washington.
Yes, on the 303 matter, Mr. Haywood was sentenced to serve 4 days in jail. He failed to report to the jail on June 29, 2023, and we're asking him to be taken into custody to serve that time.
No objection, Your Honor. I actually contacted the jail to make special arrangements to deliver the defendant with the special arrangements to not damage the paper, and the jail refused. So I attempted to deliver the defendant, and objection, the state has no standing as they are representing a privately owned foreign corporation, and the prosecutor is not licensed to practice law in this country.
Yeah, so. This defendant claims he went to the jail with a piece of paper that had his name on it and tried to use it to turn himself in for the warrant. It's unclear what he expected that the staff would accept. The paper and process the arrest like that? Of course they didn't. It was just a piece of paper, and the jail staff didn't accept it. At this point, it's hard to tell if he truly believes in what he's saying or if he's just putting on a show. I've seen many sovereign citizen cases, but this one might be the most bizarre yet. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let's get back to the...
Okay, so I think it's the 303 that he was convicted and ordered to do jail, and you believe that he didn't comply with jail because there's a docket entry that said defendant complied with jail. Maybe that was an error.
That was probably my attempt to deliver the defendant to the jail, but they refused. And just to clarify, the defendant only exists on paper, just as the plaintiff only exists on paper. The jail refused the paper, and here we are today. And the state still hasn't proven standing yet, by the way, as well.
So, Mr. Haywood, it doesn't look like you did the sentence on the 303 matter, and so I am going to quash the warrant. However, I am going to have you serve that time.
Okay, well, I'll deliver the paperwork to the jail. That's fine. I tried to once before, but they refused it. And just to clarify, I'm not the defendant. There is nothing on there, nor is there any testimony from anybody as first-hand witnesses under penalty of perjury that I am the defendant. And I've uploaded plenty of documentation to prove I'm not the actual defendant. That is a registered trade name, matter of public record, and registered with the state. So if you want me to serve some jail time, then we're going to need to change who the defendant is, because I'm not the defendant.
All right, so can you upload a new commitment?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the reason they couldn't put my name on there as a defendant is because I'm a foreign sovereign with respect to the corporate entity known as the state of Washington, of which I have no contract with.
Well, you had your day in court on the 303 matter. You had a trial. You represented yourself or the defendant, whichever way you want to say it, but you represented the defendant yourself. And you were convicted and you were ordered to serve 4 days in jail. You didn't do that. And so,
The defendant was ordered to serve 4 days in jail, and I attempted to deliver the defendant to the jail, but the jail refused.
okay, well, I'm going to make sure that they don't, because I've done a new commitment for you today so that they won't refuse for the defendant to serve that time. You're going to serve those 4 days and then you'll be released, and nothing more will happen on that 303 case. You'll be done. And then this case will be heard August 24th at 10:30 in the morning. If you change your mind about representing yourself, then you can ask for help if you want it. If you don't want help, we don't have to have it. So we'll see you in August. I'm going to have you take a seat right over there.
I won't be here for the defendant on August 34th. Would you like me to deliver the defendant to the jail?
I would like you to sit over there
Is there any
with
standing
the
or
defendant.
jurisdiction chosen, proven here yet?
Please go take a seat.
Okay, so let the record reflect no jurisdiction has been proven.
This whole multiple personalities routine is really pushing the limits. Honestly, at this point, the judge could have held him in contempt. He's been rude, constantly interrupting, and repeatedly challenging the court's authorities, if that's going to help his case. The moment he said he doesn't even identify with his legal name, that would have been enough for most judges to take action. You can't just show up to court making your own rules, especially while under legal obligation to follow them. What do you think should the judge have stepped in more forcefully? Or is this just one of those hearings you sit back and watch unfold? Let's get back to it.
And neither has the identity of the defendant definitively been established.
Okay, please go take a seat. Sonia Sesko, customer 231024002. Mr. Haywood, sit down.
Am I obligated to follow these rules?
You are going to sit down right now.
Do you have any jurisdiction? I don't believe you have any jurisdiction that's been proven yet. Are you threatening me with violence?
I'm asking you, you said yeah.
You only have authority over the defendant. You have no authority.
What are you doing?
Mr. Haywood?
You're escaping?
I got things to do.
No, sir.
What?
You are in custody right now. If you leave the courtroom, it's a felony escape.
That's a felony to put me in custody because you have no authority or jurisdiction or standing. You got some proof of that?
Okay, well, we are all being recorded, so if you leave this courtroom, it'll be a felony escape charge. Your choice.
Okay, well then, I guess in the best interest of peace, in regards to your violence, I will go ahead and relax for a minute, but let's get with it. I got things to do. Got it?
What was that just thrown?
Car keys.
Do you know that person?
Yeah, they're my voice.
Okay. All right. So thank you. Mr. Haywood has been very disruptive. He tried to leave the courtroom once he was placed in custody. So just FYI, be careful with him.
Give me a break. Can I just see just need to see it, thank you. Can I see who's being put in custody, please? I just need to see the name. I just need to see the name of the person. Okay, that's not me, that's the problem here.
Sanborn's matter. We're here today on
That's not me.
why
The name is saying it, but that's my registered trade name. I got all that documentation right here.
Okay, good. We're
You want
gonna take care of
it?
it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is the defendant technically.
If you want that, I can go with you, put everything private.
Hold on 1 second. Well, that's taken care of.
We can see the things and get the right name.
Did she file a notice of appearance?
I will make sure that she does, Your Honor.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't had enough coffee yet today. So yeah, no, you've got Ms. Bradshaw, so that's fine. You don't need to do those forms. But she does need to file a notice.
CSICOL this hearing ended with the court taking the defendant into custody, something that likely should have happened earlier. He followed the usual sovereign citizen script and appeared completely detached. From reality, there's a good chance he's been influenced by online groups that promote this kind of thinking. At the heart of it, sovereign citizens believe they can avoid the law by claiming they don't recognize the system. But legal consequences don't disappear because someone says they don't consent. It usually turns minor issues into major ones. These cases often start small, like unpaid fines, but spiral out of control through refusal to cooperate. What do you think? Was he truly convinced by these beliefs, or just trying to avoid responsibility? Let's get back to the hearing.